For Victims and Villains, my name is Josh, and today we are getting a little sad, a little hopeful, and a little dazzled with The Last Showgirl. The Last Showgirl tells the story of a burlesque show getting ready to close its doors, and the performers essentially trying to find life after curtains and the lights go out. Fresh off of her Golden Globe nomination, I feel like the obvious thing we have to talk about first and foremost is got to be this incredible career best, and I would even dare say defining performance from Pamela Anderson. I grew up on Baywatch, and I was immediately curious about a really dramatic turn because I've kind of always felt like she's always played these really kind of campy or funny characters, one of those two categories, or even kind of the ditzy kind of blonde stereotype. But man, she just absolutely blew me away with this performance. And after last year's documentary, Pamela, A Love Story, that you can stream right now on Netflix, there's almost a part of me that feels like this character is so natural because this character aligns so much with who she is in real life. While it does pull from character aspects that we've seen from performances from Anderson in the past, this one really does show just a wide range or wider range of performance that we haven't really seen ever in her career up to this point. She has incredible chemistry between herself and Dave Bautista, as well as the rest of this cast, including Jamie Lee Curtis, Brenda Song, and more. As not to mention that this performance just feels vulnerable, feels daring, it feels fearless, and it just is. I can't come up with any other word other than outstanding or exceptional. We're not a week into 2025, and we've already landed one of the best performances that I think we're going to see this year. I think not only is this going to go down as Anderson's most talked about performance, but this also really gives me hope that we're going to see more performances like this from her in future roles. I've talked about the other cast that fills out this movie, including Dave Bautista, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kiernan Shipka, Brenda Song, and more. And really, it's just this core cast of characters that create this ensemble, for as small and as intimate as this film may be, delivers top tier performances across the board. And while I talked about Anderson delivering a career best performance here, I would even dare say that this is one of the top performances that I've also encountered from Dave Bautista, continuing to show his range as an actor, more than just wrestling and more than just the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Not that he's not great in those roles, but he continues to define and challenge himself as an actor, and it's a real treat to see him here. The pacing of this movie is immaculate. There is not a moment where you're not invested into these characters, where you're either not laughing or crying, or the emotions of Coppola's story here is not tearing you apart or endearing you in some way, shape, or form. Gia Coppolla is the director of this film, and she really does not only craft a film that captures the spirit and the vulnerability of Vegas, but also at the same time manages to create a commentary on aging and beauty and the beauty standards that we have in terms of entertainment, kind of continuing on that conversation that The Substance started a few months ago. While it is a different genre completely than The Substance, it does bring the same points of aging in showbiz, while also at the same time using its voice to comment on the societal beauty standards of women in particular. And with that said, I'm ready to run this one through our Rorschach rating scale. I'm going to go ahead and give The Last Showgirl a 4.5 out of 5 coming out the gate. Whether you're talking about the performance from Pamela Anderson or Dave Bautista or any of this cast, really, this is a timely film that has a timeless quality about it in terms of not only its beauty, but also its commentary on beauty standards in society as well. The Last Showgirl once again opens up this Friday, January 10th from Roadside Attractions. Check your local listings. Now, this is the part of the video where we typically would talk about mental health, but I'm actually going to do a mental health video in its entirety to talk about spoilers of this film. So if you have a chance, please go check it out this weekend. Come back here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it when we talk about what this film talks about in terms of mental health. And on the note of mental health, if you or someone you know is struggling with suicide, addiction, self-harm, or depression, please click the link in our show notes below to check out our mental health resource library. And until next time, remember to check out The Last Showgirl. Once again, it is opening up January 10th from Roadside Attractions. Remember to stay classy.